There were days my strength deserted, like a river running dry. I kept smiling through the pressure, but something felt misaligned. I thought faith meant never faltering, never bending under strain. But even iron grows exhausted under constant flame. I try to hide a fracture, I try to stand alone, but weakness kept reminding me I was not my own. When I felt too weak to carry on, when my will was tired and hope felt gone, you did not step back, you stepped in. When I felt too weak, your strength began. I once believed that frailty was something to conceal, that admitting need was failure, that brokenness was unreal. Oh, but grace is not attracted to the strong who boast. It flows into the fragile, where surrender matters most. When I felt too weak to lift my head, when doubt was louder than what you said, you whispered softly through the storm. When I felt too weak, your power was born. Not by pride, but by mercy at my side. When I felt too weak, you carried me. When I felt too weak, you were strengthening me. Power in my weakness, your grace in my need. I expected fire from hell, thunder in the sky, a sudden surge of power lifting me up high. But strength did not arrive with noise of flashing signs. It came in softer mercies, working from inside. Not loud, not grand, but steady in my hand. His strength was quiet, but it held me firm. His strength was gentle, but it let me stand, not breaking through the heavens, not shaking all land. His strength was quiet, but it carried me again. I thought deliverance would feel like victory, but often it was simply another breath in me. The wilder rise in morning, the courage to endure, that quiet daily mercy that made my footing sure. His strength was quiet, like a steady flame, not burning bright in spectacle, but always the same. Whispered perseverance, in grace that never bends. His strength was quiet, but it did not end. His strength was quiet when I had no applause, when no one understood. He strengthened what was fragile and called it good. His strength was quiet. His strength was quiet, yet powerful. His strength was quiet and beautiful. Quiet strength, steady love. There were weights I tried to manage, responsibilities and fears, conversations I rehearsed through sleepless nights and hidden tears. I thought maturity meant holding every burden on my own, until the pressure in my chest began to turn to stone. You never asked me to be atlas, holding up the sky. You simply said, come unto me, and lay it by. Carried what I could not lift from off my soul. He took the weight of hidden battles that had taken toll. I brought him fragments, I brought him scars. He carried what I could not, and he carried it far. Some burdens were no label, no visible display, just silent expectations that grow heavier each day. But you see, when no one notices, you feel what I conceal. And where my strength collapses, your mercy makes it real. He carried what I could not when I had no breath. When worry wrapped around me like a quiet thread. He did not shame my weakness. He did not depart. He carried what I could not and held my heart. Yoke that is easy.
Yoke that is easy.
Burden that's light.
Burden that's light.
Not because life changed,
but because life changed.
but because you fight. He carried what I could not, and I am free. He carried what I could not, and he carries me. Lay it down. Lay it down. Lay it down.
I once thought strength was visible, something bold and loud, a posture never trembling, standing tall and proud. But heaven measures differently. What earth calls defeat is often where His glory finds a place to meet. Where I am broken, where I've been, that is where His power begins. Power made perfect in my weakness,
Glory revealed
in my need. Not when I conquer, not when I impress,
but when I surrender
and confess. I hit the cracks in my foundation, afraid they'd show decay. But through those open fractures, His light began to play. The places I called failure became the clearest sign that what was holding me together
was never me together.
was never truly mine. Power made perfect
In my frailty,
strength unfolded
There were moments I felt fragile, like a branch in winter wind, not shattered but uncertain, unsure if I would bend. I feared that every weakness would push you far away, that strength was the requirement for you to choose to stay. But you have never loved me for the strength I show. You love me in the places only you can know. I am held in my frailty, not cast aside, not overlooked, not forced to hide. When I stumble, when I fail, I am held in my frailty, and your mercy prevails. I once mistook affection for spiritual maturity, but growth is often slower and clothed in humility. You hold the trembling child, you steady what is small, and what I call my breaking is not breaking me at all. I am held in my frailty by faithful hands, by quiet strength, by deeper plans. Even when I fall, even when I fail, ooh, I am held in my frailty, not dropped, not dismissed, not forgotten, not missed. I am held in my frailty, and you will not let me go. You carry me still. I used to hide my asking, as if dependence meant defeat, like needing help from heaven made my faith incomplete. I learned to mask my trembling, to smile through silent strain, as though confession of my weakness would bring a kind of shame. But mercy is not distant from those who kneel and plead. Grace is drawn toward the honest need. I am not ashamed of my need, not ashamed to cry, not ashamed to say I'm weary and lift my is not for the flawless. It's not for those who boast. It's for the heart that dares to whisper, I need you the most. And every tear of weakness is not a mark of loss. It's proof that I am leaning on the strength of the cross. I am not ashamed of my need. I will not hide the hunger of my soul or the tears I cry. The God who knows my limits still chooses me. I am not ashamed of my need. Come boldly, come near. He welcomes here. Not ashamed, not afraid, not ashamed of needing grace. I come as I am.
I come as I am.
I come as I am. I used to fight my limits as though they were a flaw. Trying to prove I was sufficient, trying to earn applause. But branches don't apologize for needing root in vine. They simply stay connected and draw from life divine. I am not diminished, but I need to stay. Attached to the source that shows the way. I rest in my dependence. I rest in the truth
And I was never meant to stand alone.
without you. Not weakened by connection, not smaller because I lean.
I rest in my dependence.
And you sustain me. Self-reliance can be heavy, like all the one too long. But when I lay down and surrender, my heart grows strong. It's knowing where to cling. It's trusting that the shepherd carries everything. I rest in my dependence without disguise,
Without performance,
without disguise.
my soul finds quiet.
Where surrender begins, I rest in high dependence, and I rest in Him. The body and the mind remain in the fold. The fruit is not forced, it simply will grow.
I rest,
I leave,
I rest,
I remain
I rest.
in Him. Dependence is peace.
There were moments I was slipping, footing lost on fragile ground. Confidence was slowly fading. Silence was the only sound. I thought collapse was certain. I thought the end was near. But even in the trembling, you were already here. Now watching from a distance,
Not waiting for the fall.
your hand was underneath me.
Before I felt it all,
He never let me fall, not beyond His reach, not beneath His mercy, not outside His peace. Even when I stumble, even when I crawl, He never let me fall. The valley did not break me. The storm did not erase. Because your unseen finger was steady in that place. I may have been in weakness, I may have swayed in fear, but every step I nearly lost, you quietly steer. He never let me fall, not into despair, not into abandonment, not into nowhere. The ground beneath my
mercy,
led by grace,
led by grace,
led by grace,
lifted gently